Yesterday, I received a letter from the Soviet ambassador to our nation. The ambassador demanded that we stop our efforts to cancel the Soviet leases in Canada and support our allies in Denmark of freeing the city of Copenhagen and their colonies from Soviet occupation. They demanded a sum of over 50 billion pounds, with a total amount, after being paid for the privilege of not going to war, totaling over 500 billion pounds. This was an ultimatum we could not accept. I told the ambassador that his demands were complete balderdash. However, he believed that we had slighted the great workers' republic of peace that he claims it to be. And he informed me that if we did not accept his demands by noon today, the Soviet Union would be at war with Great Britain, the United Kingdom, her Commonwealth, and Empire. Currently, in London, it is noon. The government will not accept the demands of cowards who believe that might is what decides what is right. Citizens of Britain and her empire know that we have tried our best to stave off war, but the Soviet Union, aggressing more and more, attacking British shipping in the Baltic Sea, has gone too far. Thus, it is my unfortunate duty to announce that we are at war. Today, I am instructing all British forces in the Commonwealths to ready themselves for battle. To those under Soviet occupation, the British government is with you, and we are coming. To the Baltic states, to Finland, to Poland. We hear your cries for help, and we are on our way. It will take time, and it will cost blood. But for the security of the British Empire and Europe's future, we cannot allow this aggressive nation to expand. You are brave soldiers. Steel yourselves to your duties, for war is coming. To our airmen, prepare yourselves for many nights where you will be flying missions, and many long days where you will defend the lands of our empire from harm. To the Royal Navy, I issue one directive: protect the freedom of the seas for the British Empire and the whole world to the last man. Assist in bringing down the Soviet menace. Sink every ship you come across, and do not let their fleets in the Baltic and the Black Sea escape. For the garrison in Constantinople, hold firm. We are coming. For our friends in Canada, who now realize that their government has made a fool's bargain with the Soviet mining companies, we are coming. Those thugs who have managed to seize control, and those Soviet troops that landed this morning in Vancouver, will be rebuffed. For now, Canada, hold the line. We are on our way. To our citizens, the times ahead look dark. I will admit that. But I assure you, as long as there is life in my chest and as my heart beats, I will defend this empire. Even if I personally must put on the uniform and march out into the streets of London with nothing but a rock or a brick in my hand to fight off the Soviets. Their workers' revolution that they promised has brought nothing but harm to the world. And today, they have made the greatest mistake of all, attacking a nation of free men and women who proudly and patriotically know that the Soviet lies will not win. We saw what they did to many of those unfortunate enough to not escape during the revolution. The Tsar and his family still live with us in exile, waiting for the day the Soviet Union might once again be free of the cruel dictatorship that has occurred. To the Tsar, I know you are hurting. You are listening to this broadcast from Parliament, and you are weeping because you know many good Russian citizens from across your former empire will not make it through. But let me assure you, no harm will come to those who do not bear the uniform, who do not submit themselves to being a part of the Soviet tyranny. Those men and women and children will find comfort that the British and the Canadians and the Australians and the Africans and the Indians, the Australians and New Zealanders and all the nations of our Commonwealth and all her peoples hear their cry for freedom from tyranny. We here in Britain have the great rights to be free from tyranny of a select few. That is why we are free men and women, and children all, who wave the British flag proudly instead of being forced at gunpoint to wave the red banner of conquest and harm. Times will be tough, but God willing, we will make it through. And when on the other side of this terrible war we are facing, we will overcome this trial. God save Britain, God save the Empire, and God help those who we must go against.